My next guest moves to the beat of his own drum with an infectious rhythm that moves everyone around him. He's an original, a one of one, and to know him is to love him. Brought to you by Invitation Only, please welcome Punch Fox.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
How you doing today, bro?
Hey, we here, baby. I appreciate the invite.
How things been going for you lately?
As of right now, I've been having some nice performances every month. Just dropped a album, I think, on the 24th last day, December 31st. Punching Tim Foxworthy wanted to do like a self little title album for everybody that's been anticipating me and wanting me to drop some new music. And yeah, I'm ready actually to drop another one just to keep the flow going and just keep it popping, man.
Yeah. And I've been listening to your last one, Punches and Fox. It made me go back and listen to the old stuff too. And I was like, I know you remember this. You might remember this conversation when I was like, I'm really trying to understand your music.
Mm-hmm.
But I think after some time, I finally get it. It's like I was used to hearing overly processed vocals, like the same old shit over and over and over.
Mm-hmm.
But then your music is totally different from anything I hear. It's like you just being yourself on the track. So I respect you for your music, your musicality.
No, I appreciate that.
For sure. So how did you come up with the name Punch Fox?
I was in high school. I can't say I necessarily came up with it, but I kind of Elton John'd it, there was a punch that I knew, and I just basically took his name. But yeah, I was working at the Waffle House at the time, and they were trying to do nicknames. I kind of didn't want to be called T, so I just decided to go with Punch, and it worked fitting because, there was a name tag still left, and I took it and just put it to my daily, greetings, and it just worked. It was just, hey, Punch, and I just flew with it.
And then you applied that to your rap name.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd the Fox part come from?
I've always been like a foxy type of guy. I would say that my favorite type of reason I said that, SpongeBob. There was an episode when he was like Foxy Grandpa, and that was like my name. Like that's just what it was. I was just Foxy Grandpa because everybody just said I had old swag and shit like that. But
Yeah.
I really just I'm a foxy type of guy.
Interesting. I never heard nobody call themselves Foxy. Well, in this time
I
period.
feel it. I feel it. Yeah.
That's original. That's some original shit. When's the first time actually that you figured out that you wanted to make music though?
It was around the time I was hanging out with my friend Nick, and he was really heavily making beats, and he was just introducing me to people that just was rapping before I was even rapping. And we were roommates at the time, so a lot of things that he was working on, I would just be there in the process, and I just finally figured out a beat that I liked, hopped on it, and I just enjoyed it because it came very easy. I didn't just. I wrote, but it's just it just came naturally. I just wrote the beat the whole time, and it was just I kind of like this energy. I kind of like the flow of this. This might can be something, And then once I told some friends, and it just started getting into something else, and then to the studio, and then it was like a decision. Not necessarily I couldn't turn back on, but I was really stepped forward to it.
Do you record your own music? Do you have somebody else record your music?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
And that's just depending on. I like to do rough drafts sometimes, especially I'm not just that big of an engineer, of my vocals itself. But I usually like to rough draft, so when I am going into the studio working with somebody, I can at least give them where I'm trying to go with, other than, they're just trying to wing it, and it's just we're just trying to create at least, just a rough draft just helps, and that's just the most I do recording. I might do some little reverb, some little, EQ and stuff like that, but I ain't just deep into auto-tune. I ain't been touching auto-tune myself. But if I'm with, somebody that knows what they doing, for sure.
So when you're looking for beats, what type of, you got to search this type beat. Which artist type beat are you looking for? Or was that first one like you were talking about that you were like, this is my flow, this is my style?
Yeah, when I was working with Nick, it kind of wasn't like no type beat, if that means, because he was from Chicago, so he did like a lot of like drill type of beats, but he also did like house type of beats.
So this is a producer you worked with?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're not searching beats, you got some.
Yeah, he's actually doing some in-house shit. And then around when Fiji what came about, Fiji did nothing but originals, you know what I'm saying? And if there was like a type of sample that I did, was interested in, something like that, I could just send it to one of them too. And then that's when like the beats actually was just made. Like I just let them do them. Mm-hmm. They just let me do me, and it was a real good team. It was a real good team.
Yeah.
And yeah, with the other Fronto Factory members, just even them rapping and stuff like that. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that brings me to this question. You're from a collective called Fronto Gang. What's the background of how that group came about?
Well, around the time when me and Nick were at like a little apartment / studio, he introduced me to Fiji, and that's when they started really making beats and started really recording. Actually, starting putting the studio into like something more profitable and like, you know what I'm saying, but still a good environment to make music. And we all smoked at the time. Like we all smoked, and everybody got their opinion on how to smoke. And that's when like Backwoods freshly came out, and Fiji just was like the salesman. He just came, he was just like, why do we need to get Backwoods? We can get these Frontos. Like
that first time I ever saw a Fronto was in your apartment. A big ass leaf, full of weed.
Yeah, he was just the guy like, yeah, man, this is $7.99. We can get 20 Backwoods out of these and still, you know what I'm saying, save and all that. And it's just like the guy got a point, like, and then that's just where it started, you know what I'm saying? He was just the first dude that was really just smoking them hoes, and it was just like the weed talk, like how we was gonna roll, because everybody was trying to pitch in, donations and stuff like that. And it was just like, we just gonna have to put it all in the Fronto.
Yeah,
it was all.
And so you're saying Fiji started it?
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about Fiji for those who don't know who Fiji is?
Oh yeah, Fiji Tree, the motherfucking man with the motherfucking plan. R.I.P. my boy. He was a producer, but he was more of a curator as well. He was a very business mind type of guy. He was like our Yams, you know what I'm saying? He was really pulling a lot of the strings and actually pulling us together, you know what I'm saying? He was like Captain America, Iron Man, just pulling the Avengers together, just trying to make a project, because ain't a lot of people was doing that in Dallas, and still kind of not. A lot of the collective just be like individual artists is just tapped in one studio session and it's gone on. It's just like, nah, we actually got tapes together, and then we also got our individual projects. And yeah, it was all because of him, because he lit that fire. We was coming to the studio and just smoking and playing the game. Like, nah, I made a beat, you need to put some words to this. You need to, you know what I'm saying? Or we need to figure out how to throw an event where people come to support us and that fuck with our music and shit like that. Like, he was really just igniting that, like, and it was like primetime social media. So he was just like, we need to do this and we need to do that and we need to do this, like, like the world, But so yeah, RP my guy. He was the motherfucking man with the plan.
That's for sure. So, what's the best times to play a Punch Fox song?
I honestly think a good time to play a Punch Fox song is when you're out, like no phone, like living your life, as in listening to this music, like actually hearing it, like, because it's just a whole lot of things that can probably hit you, especially when I'm trying to like create my music, especially picking a beat and the vocals that I do, and just how the melody that I want to do, and just stuff like that. It's just like you might not, hear it all at once, but as you hear it, you know what I'm saying, it's just gonna be a more like, oh yeah, this. I probably just need to listen to this with no distractions. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's exactly what it was for me.
yeah.
I'll just be honest. Like, I think I put it on while I was riding from work, and I was like, damn, this feels good just listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like I can be myself. That's kind of how your music makes me feel. Like, I don't have to worry about shit. It's real I don't want to say carefree because somebody else got that.
Yeah, no. Shout out to Free. Shout out to Sensei.
But that's why I kind of always see how y'all could be friends, because y'all have this carefree vibe about y'all.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Fronto gang to Astro Girl to all y'all have this, you know, this. I keep saying carefree. I'm trying not to say carefree.
I mean, hey, but again, shout out to Three's album. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Carefree. Finally, he dropped that hoe. Shout out to my boy.
Facts. Yeah, I love that. Oh, I love his album cover. But let's get back to you. You brought me to your album cover. Why the skeleton imagery? You have it on this album that you just dropped, and then you have it on the previous album that was before this one. Where does that come from?
For the skeletons, I'm kind of just into like without this flesh, without this body, you know what I'm saying? It would just be just a skeleton and be the same thing for everybody else, and yeah, there wouldn't be no differences, So I really gravitate towards that because you would know if that would actually be me. You would just hear what I'm producing and what I got, and just be like, yeah. This, I can put a soul with this. I can put a face with this, a body with this, So I just really enjoy skulls just for the, like a mystique type of thing. But it's just like I'm just in tune to myself like that.
That's deep, bro.
Because that artwork, that cover art, that's how you're supposed to get them.
Facts. But man, you put so much thought into that. Looking at your music, like I said, it seems very relaxed and very like chill. But when you talk to you and ask you about it, it's actually a lot more into it than I would have thought.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's layered. It's very much layered. You got to go a little deeper than the first glance with you, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw that you said you went to South by Southwest this year. How did that go?
Oh yeah, that it was an adventure for sure. The performances out there was dope as fuck. Let me start out with the positive. Performances was dope as fuck. Just going out there, this is like maybe my second or third time going out there, and just you see a lot of people that you are actually in the city with, and then people that came all the way across from like different spots just to come and just like to see you. It feels like a mini family reunion, but it's like based off of just fun. We got like a little spring break involved. We got hella like I was about to say beers, bars, outside. We was smoking a lot. It was just like it felt like the right type of place, to really just be not worried, about like the next type of stage, because it was right here, right now, to what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? I was mainly in the sense of when I'm coming down there, like. I'm gonna show people that I'm Punch, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just go down there, then come back, then text people, hey yo, or like, still try to promote myself, because I'm more of a person, me in person, I'm not really a social media type of guy. I try, but you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it was a good experience, you know what I'm saying? Just really just indulging into that, artistry, going to festivals and shit, you know what I'm saying? Meeting other artists. It was cool. It was cool. The only negative I do say, man, they got me for my weed as soon as I got there, and I had a lot of weed on me, but they got me. And ooh-wee, shout out to the homies, you know what I'm saying? I ain't the only one that got weed, but damn, they got you, boy. But it was a light bust. It was a light bust.
So you saying that the police?
Yeah, man, they was deep this year. They was deep this year. As soon as you lit something, they was on you, man. And I was like, that was like the first day I was there. Yeah, first night I was there, yeah, they got me, and I was there for 4 days. So yeah, it was. I set the example for the trip. I was like, all right, guys, we just
Tighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn, how much would you say they got off you?
It was on the house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they got you.
Yeah, it was on there like fresh. Just got the just smoking pack too. Wasn't there to distribute. Wasn't there. That was just,
that was just smoking.
Just smoking. Yeah. So
that was recreational shit, and they got it.
But yeah, it was a time because after we tightened up, we was seeing the block and shit. Just there was a lot of beautiful ladies, a lot of cool cats. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of again just dope artists. There was a lot of random shit also going on. It was a time. It was a time.
So I read somewhere that South by Southwest, it wasn't as packed or something this year, or it wasn't as lively or something this year. You've been to multiple of them. Did you experience that?
Yeah, kind of, sort of, because the both times that I went, it was hard to even walk down the street, and it was like a lot of space. Not like a lot, but it was more space than it was usual. Because
Wow.
Usually it's easy to bump into people.
Why would that be? Do you have any idea? I don't. I'm just asking.
I mean, I think again because probably because the police was really on it this year, and I went the last week, so I'm pretty sure if they was already doing shit like that, they probably scared off a lot of other people, So that's what I think it was. Honestly, they was really holding it down.
That's interesting. And then you got Deep Ellum. That's like the basically like if South by Southwest is Austin, Deep Ellum is like a daily South by Southwest.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, Gotham City for sure.
Yeah, well, and see, that kind of brings me to a point. It's like, it used to be where it was like South by Southwest, how you described it. Just you walk down the street, you smoke, you chill. But now it's starting to get this reputation of like, if you go out there, you might not come back. So like, you've experienced the before and the after. How does it feel out there nowadays?
To be honest with you, I think there's just a lot of people that are still hanging out in old areas and not probably trying to experience new areas. Deep Ellum, I don't actually feel like it's nowhere near a bad place. Actually, I really fuck with Deep Ellum. Shit happens, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it's outside of your energy and outside shit you can control. I mean, what can you do? I mean, I ain't gonna be one of the type of people that say, niggas die every day. But, if you're outside, you're liable to see some shit happen, And if you're just, I would say, strictly going to Deep Ellum, just for them, not for them type of vibes, but for going out type of vibes, I mean, there's always somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Or, some people haven't even tried going to Deep Ellum in the daytime, like,
Yeah, you got a point.
The daytime fun time vibes be actually pretty good. They be having all type of like markets out there for artists and for vendors and stuff like that. Like they actually be having margarita like little runs events and stuff like that. But it's only in the daytime, you know what I mean? Like so it's all on what people, really go out there for. Because I mean, as I'm getting older myself, I've been going, I go to Deep Ellum for like, to meet up with some friends, but I'm not like, I'm at my favorite bars. I'm not just in these streets, just looking for a play. Nah, I'm
right. You're going out to look.
Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, I'm out.
You gotta play.
I'm meeting. I'm talking to people. You know what I'm saying? Trying to introduce. Like, I don't just.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, let me ask you a question, and you might get some flack for how you answer this question. Do you think Dallas could do better supporting this artist?
Like, yeah, no, and I'm in between, as in, to me, Dallas really support not necessarily like a big artist, but like people that have already been influenced, let me say, by their art, I would say that, or by their music. And it's kind of like a bandwagon thing, which once it gets really popping, bandwagon ain't too bad if they bandwagoning on you. Mm-hmm. So, That's I can say just like my little thing because like shit, I promote and market my music, just like any other artist honestly need to. I can say I probably could do better, as in like me personally, like got to put money into like these social medias and doing this content and all that creating and stuff like that. But shit, um, it's not really me to do that. I like to actually go out to certain events, you know what I'm saying? Say, hey, my name is Punch Fox. That's how genuine connection I get to people actually listening to my music, other than forcing it on them like that. Mm-hmm. So I just think, because people are going to listen to what they want to listen to. I can't really just bully somebody to be like, yeah, I'm this artist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's true. It's like I feel like that too. Now that you bring that up, it do feel like sometimes people are trying to force their music on you.
Yeah, and it's like,
if I like it, I like it.
Yeah, and especially it's all about right timing and right placing, especially for me, because again, best part of my artistry with my music is performing my music.
Facts.
So when I'm on stage, especially if you see my performance, you're gonna be like, oh shit, yeah, I gotta listen to your music now, because like just seeing what you just did on stage, like I felt it, like I felt this, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, me personally, I don't be trying to like just majorly like be like the gun to your head, but it's just like when I pop, like I'm gonna know who was there, you know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, that's what I think, like Dallas kind of just got their things on, like fan wise, like they really just be fucking with whoever's popping. Just that's who we got a bandwagon. Mm-hmm. Shit, they don't even mind hating too. Just to say something, they don't mind. So yeah.
What do you think could help to unify Dallas when it comes to music and artists?
Really just to make it a safer place. Honestly, it really kind of don't matter what type of music you make. Especially if people come out just for a good time, that should be like the main mission. It shouldn't be nowhere near someone getting harmed. There's like some aggressive behavior throwing everybody off. You know what I'm saying? Because shit like that actually puts us in a hole as in a group, and it just makes us just seem out bad. Like, damn, there was a good event with some good artists. Some shit went down, and now these artists didn't get to really put their stuff on the spotlight artistry wise, and it was just all some negative shit like that. And I just think us in Dallas just need to not kind of necessarily steer away from that, but like we're not really the enemy, especially as big as we are. We really can just do our own thing. But yeah, we're not the enemy type shit like that. We need to actually collab more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like shit like that. Make it just safer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that. Make a safe space.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
That's what a lot of people, especially the events that I be doing, like that's also what they coming for, type shit like that. Like they know when they come in, it's like I can meet a friend, you know what I'm saying, and ain't shit just because I just met this random person. Ain't no random shit just gonna happen, or I gotta flee away or nothing like that. Ain't nobody forcing me to do anything. I'm here and I'm enjoying myself. No, ain't no pressure. Just that type of environment, and you would actually just see how much like positive things people will say to get more people to come, and just the invitation. Like, nah, I had telling people and just.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, especially for the women. They don't want to go nowhere.
Right. Y'all scaring the hoes, man. But I don't mean hoes when I call you.
But nah, you get it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Stop scaring the hoes. So let's talk a little bit about some other things outside of Dallas music, just music in general. Mm-hmm. We're seeing things with our black legends. Some of them are getting called out for certain things at this point. People like Diddy, people like R. Kelly. Question though, do you think their reputation should stand in the way of people listening to their music, or should it be separate? Does that have anything to do with their music?
Yeah, I gotta be one of them people that say I gotta defer the person from the music, but like the person can't never come back. The music is kind of like necessarily tiptoeing because I'm not the one that be putting these songs on.
You just listen to them.
I do. Whenever I hear R. Kelly, whoever puts on R. Kelly, I look at them and I just be like,
So you're saying it does affect the way you listen to it, though?
Not really, because like if it's that time. If you like its music, you know what I'm saying? I mean, then okay. Like, I'm not going to take nobody off the aux cord and I'm not going to have that whole discussion. I'm not going to talk politics. I'm not going to get into that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait till the next song. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but like, I won't stir away from like, I can't say too much on Diddy. Maybe like, like him getting like, how he done found people and shit like that. But, R. Kelly, yeah. Bro could sing and write his ass off and shit like that. Like, kudos to that. But the people, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
I will say,
especially
like,
Diddy. Nah, I can't respect Diddy.
Yeah.
I can't respect Diddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say, like, I'm not, when it comes to the music, I'm not saying I'll turn off the song because of what I know.
Mm-hmm.
But when I think about the stuff that I've heard as I listen to the music, it does kind of make me like listen to it different.
Yeah.
I'm like, what did he mean by that?
What was going on?
Who was he talking about in this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I'm going to turn it off, but it does make me kind of feel like I'm questioning what I'm listening to.
Right.
So.
That makes me, actually be up on when I be writing my own lyrics. I gotta know.
Facts.
I gotta rap genius my shit.
Be careful out here for sure.
Don't want nobody to. Think no other thought. Not saying I'm doing anything that these niggas was doing, but you know what I mean? Like anything that can be misconstrued.
Right.
And
The Me Too era.
Yeah. See now.
So you had a birthday recently, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How did that go?
Probably one of the worst irresponsible birthdays I've ever had.
What does that
mean? I just did a lot of drinking. A lot of emotions. I had a lot of fun, like as I was having fun, but as my thoughts were going on, because I just turned 29, so I feel like my mind was trying to cut off all the shit that I used to do, and trying to realize what I need to do, and trying to cut people off, and like I was doing like a fresh cleanup while still having fun.
Yeah,
because it was like a whole weekend, and yeah.
Interesting.
It was. I was actually very satisfied with what ended up happening after this weekend, though. Yes.
You want to elaborate a little, or
it's like a not necessarily like a respect thing, but it's like I have this mission that I want to do, and it's nobody's mission to be a part of it or to help me, but this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it. And so I'm not gonna say if you're in my way, you're gonna get out my way, but this is what I'm on right now. And so like a lot of people kind of just seen I guess like a little growth or something like that, and it's just like, I mean, I'm still the same dude, but like I kind of want to get some stuff checked off, you know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, there's some people that want to live like vicarious through a guy, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I need to do what I need to do, you know what I'm saying? Even though I can still have fun and shit, but I need to do what I need to do, you know? So that was one of them times, You
feel like you coming up with those thoughts because you're almost in your 30, or where's that coming from?
Honestly, because and this might sound kind of lame, I've always had like this little thing when I was like probably going to be like 33. I was going to be probably like married. I got like 4 more years of not being married, and so I'm pretty sure I got to have my shit together to be married.
I'm pretty sure I got to have my shit together.
So I got these last 4 years, you know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be like strictly off of that, but it's actually just building myself, being prepared for whoever's just going to be the woman in my life type shit like that, because I'm actually looking towards that. Fuck being alone. I can't do it.
So I saw you posted something on social media recently where you said we ain't giving Plan B to 10s. Is that how you gonna get your woman, or like?
Oh, that actually quote was from my brother, and it was just so funny. I had to.
Oh, okay. I was like, is this how he doing it?
Nah, cause I ain't gonna say that's how he doing it, but he's the father. I'm not.
Oh,
you know?
gotcha.
Yeah. So
I was inspired by some shit.
Yeah, I was inspired. I was like,
Gotcha. You also said though that you want to stay single because it seems like too much. What did you mean by that?
Too much, like, sometimes like a distraction, and I don't have like that time to keep on meeting someone or trying to like find my soulmate or just trying to just actively date, and just because like the type of lifestyle that I kind of have, I kind of just always is out. I don't want that to be like misconstrued as in that this is actually my work as well. Like, this is my job to be an artist, to, you know what I'm saying, perform at these events and shit like that. Like, some chicks be just thinking, just be for the night, for the week, for the month, and it's just like, yeah, after you yourself are expired, it's just like, what did we do all this for? Like, I could have left you alone, you could have left me alone, we could have been friends, we could have, try to get some money together, some shit like that, so that's where, and then, some women be controlling once they be seen finding a good nigga. It's just what it is,
Oh, yeah. That's true. Well, you said that you feel like you don't want to get to know somebody. Do you feel like the person that you would end up with is somebody you already know? Putting you on the spot.
No, hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. I mean that, like, in a good and a bad way. I mean, whatever like happened, but I couldn't say I just have a necessary like that one, because that one would be, I would be with that person. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of them breaks or them like nah, because there ain't no point in that.
Right.
I will not come back after a break, probably.
Yeah. Then you got to hear about all the people she did meet with.
You know what? I'm actually a pretty like cool guy. I don't even care about that shit, because me personally, if I do something, then I ain't gonna hear it. I mean, I ain't gonna never stop hearing it type shit. Like, yeah. So yeah, I'm really just a do you type of person, because when I do me, hey,
don't be saying shit.
Yeah.
Well, that brings me to my last question for you.
Yes, sir.
You're invited to the event of the year. This is like something that celebrates you, and you have to bring someone as a plus one. Who would be your plus one and why?
The event of the year, and
it could be like, say it's like the Dallas Awards for exactly what you do, like the biggest awards for exactly what you do.
Probably my mom first, for sure. And that's mainly because she was like my first supporter, main supporter. Like, she's the person that kind of made little, like, the guy that I am now, especially when it comes to like the shit that I put in my music, because she's like very big on music. She was, I wouldn't know majority of the music if it wasn't because of her. And I'm talking about like when it comes to artists and they CDs, like she collected CDs out the ass, like. Yeah, it was just crazy, and I would want to, especially not necessarily even if I'm winning something, but just to share that experience with her, just knowing, I know she ain't never just really done something like that, so just putting her into a different environment, because she's also an artist herself, not just into singing, because but it's like arts and crafts. She's a very business minded woman, it would be a plus for her. That would be my plus one.
I saw that you said in your bio on Instagram that you're an all-around artist, not just, I'm guessing, music. So is that where you get that from, your mom?
Not really, but I kind of do like to entertain, and it's not like with music, but just deriving from like life itself, all the shit that we kind of go through, good and bad. Like I can just see something creative out of it and something relatable where people can kind of do it. So I'm just really into entertaining like that. Like if there was like a server into entertainment, I would be a server into entertainment. Like how would you want to, in a sense, be entertainment? We got all type of things that you would like. It don't have to again be. It can be music, comedy, like modeling, like even some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? That you would consider art. Like I don't know. I'm just into that type of entertainment, you know. So yeah.
So you like to express yourself in many different forms.
Yeah, basically, and it's just like on a like just I'm this 29-year-old black male in this thing that we call life type shit like that, and like shit, my mind. You know what I'm saying? Look at a lot of shit differently than a lot of people, and it's just like, yeah, I fuck with, you know, certain shit like that, and so yeah, just to make it all relatable to somebody, because I don't want nobody else to feel like out, I guess. Yeah, I just fuck with that. Yeah, I just and I like to be entertained as well. Let me say that. Like I love a show. I love a show.
Okay. So you also, I said that was my last question, then I thought of some more.
Oh no, you good.
But and we got into about 3. We got about 15 minutes. But I'm seeing the nail polish.
Oh.
You into it?
This is my shit.
So when you see people, you know, I think Lil Yachty was the first person I really saw like express that outwardly in the industry. And he got a lot of flack for that. How do you feel about the fingernail painting for men?
Shit. I kind of like to like I'm like really good on hygiene and shit. I'm not really like one of them. I wouldn't say dirty, but I could be called a pretty boy. You know, my dad used to call me that shit all the time.
I've always been called a pretty boy.
Yeah, you know, and it's just like...
Because I clean up myself.
Because I like to keep up, you know what I'm saying? So when it came to like just the nail polish shit, I used to get my shit just like clear, but it was like women did it for me though. Like my girlfriend at the time was like, nah, we need to get your shit done and shit like that.
Yeah.
And so when I was really into my fashion and shit like that, when I'm like performing and shit, because I like to dress and shit with my performances, I was like, yeah, just with the woman I was with, you know, it was just an idea. Like, I just want to start off with black and shit like that, because, you know, I was just trying to see how I would like get into it and shit like that, because I don't actually see nothing wrong. I mean, there's a lot of other shit, you know, that other people like express themselves in that, you know, don't be off the radar now again, because this shit, nail polish to me right now for like men is like in the 2000s people having face tats. Like if you had face tattoos, you were like questionable, you know what I mean? And it's just like, why and where? And if you got somebody saying, yeah, I just did this to express themselves, I mean, what else can you do about that? You know what I'm saying?
Is that why you do it? You want people to ask why, or?
Nah. Well, mainly because a lot of this shit I feel like just look good on me. You know, I ain't gonna hold you. Just the clear polish itself, like it does like give like a clean type of sense, but like again, I'm like a very earth tone type of dude. I like most of my colors dark, you know. So like just even putting that on, like, and I only do like my pinky and on my thumb, you know what I'm saying? But that's just something I do, you know, just to. It ain't really to impress nobody. It's just I do it for myself. It's just a bonus that, you know, women are into it. You know, I would say that.
Which is crazy to me, because people were trying to like get on people for doing that, but I talked to my wife about it. I talked to like several different women. They don't see any problem with it.
Yeah.
You know, they actually prefer men to be a little bit more groomed.
What's even crazier, just even on that, I done had, because you know, I used to you know, just serve, work with my hands, wash my hands a lot. So even though my nails would be done, my hands would be ashy, and some women would still look past the ash and just like, yeah, your nails, and I'm just like, okay, like
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna take down a compliment, you know?
Yeah.
You know?
So I also see this the rock with the copper around it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? What's your spirituality like? Does that have to do with spirituality, or what does that have to do with?
Well, this is a rose quartz. It was really it was given to me from a friend, and they gave me this for my birthday like a while ago. And it's just I can't say necessarily like spiritual reasons, but there's like a lot of people that you know, have this type of thought that things, you know, protect them, and some things have significant value, and you know, just to grow it, I guess, with some things, especially not necessarily material, but like things coming, I guess, from the earth. And it's in the sense of like me like touching grass. It's like me like just having a sense for myself. It's like me again, like more like me, like breaking out of the matrix. Like it's just like me and my own thought with this. Like I don't do this. I actually don't wear this to.
For any reason.
It is just like the nails thing. Like I don't do this to be like, yeah. It's just like this is just the shit that I am too. This is what I'm dressing this body. You know what I'm saying? This is what I put on. Like I put this on like every day, and it's just like on the sense of just like you woke up, keep at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, be thankful, be like reasonable, great. Like there's just a lot of shit to come with it, but like it's just like just being humbled in a sense, just being humbled.
I was gonna say I definitely think it has to do with your choice. Like it's a choice. You made the choice to wear that instead of diamonds or whatever, and you know, I feel like that choice tells a lot about you. You know. So anyway, speaking of spirituality, though, do you do anything that keeps you grounded? You know.
Shit. Other than pray every day, and honestly, you know, just try to understand that I'm not here by myself, and that mind state always keeps me grounded, because I'm not here by myself, and I'm just like everybody else, you know, and yeah. That there's even just that too. That keeps me grounded.
Is that like your mantra type thing?
No, it's just really just, you know, I don't try to be like you know, like that what would Jesus do type shit. You know what I mean? It's like not quitting, not, you know, giving up, not trying to be mean to anybody. Just, you know, just like, yeah, because you know, spirituality, in a sense, it kind of comes to me like I'm good with like babies and like animals.
I will say everybody seems to feel like you're their friend.
Yeah, like yeah, I get that a lot. It's just like shit.
Oh, you don't really?
No, it ain't that, but you know, like it takes a toll on me. Like, like the social media for me, you like, you know, it's just like damn, like fuck, and then not just necessarily like you taking on people's problems, it's just like when they're even in the good mood, it's like shit, and then somebody else, and then somebody else, and it's like it ain't necessarily I ain't done what I want to do because this is what I want to do. It's like I'm kind of tired, you know, and it's just like not giving up in that sense, because shit, once shit start going south and going bad and all that, it's just like that's when people start giving up, and you know that one bad day, I guess, you know. So no, I just try to, even when I have a bad day, it's just okay. The two mantras I actually have is we're gonna have a good day on purpose, and let's have a $3 million day. Those are my two mantras.
Where you get those from?
Nah, I just made that shit up.
That shit up.
Yeah, no, like that was just how, like one day, especially like when I was in my feelings, just expressing myself. Like it's just like we're gonna have a good day on purpose. Like,
well, I will say that you do seem to be a very grounded person. You talked about the skeleton, about how that just keeps you from thinking that you're more than a skeleton.
Yeah.
You talk about what you wear, and then I'm seeing what you wear. You got like clothes that have trees and leaves on them and stuff like that, and it just seems like that's part of the reason why your performances are good, why people tend to flock towards you, is because you have this grounding sense.
I appreciate that.
So it was great having you today, man. I'm glad you came finally, and I wanted to get a performance, but I don't think we have time today. We might have to come back for that one.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate the invitation for sure.
For sure. Thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all follow Punch Fox on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere he is. I'll let him tell you actually if you want to right to this.
Yeah. It's Punch Fox. Instagram, Facebook. I'm on all streaming platforms. YouTube. I'm finna start a Twitch, a little Discord too. We finna get onto the gaming as well, cause your boy loves the game. But I appreciate the invitation, y'all.
Awesome. All right, we'll catch y'all next time. Make sure you subscribe, like, and do all the other social media things. Peace. I'm back on the road, I'm doing these shows. They say they rockin' with party tonight, they feeling the